Good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome to Sunup on 7. My name is Brandon Usher.
And I'm Courtney Menzies.
Today is February 17th, guys.
AKA Chinese New Year.
Happy Chinese New Year. Yes, the year of the horse is being welcomed in from the year of the snake. I feel like last year I kind of rough.
It was very snakish.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But we're here for the strength. We're here for the power now. The year of the horse begins today. But apart from that, what begins today is amazing conversations for you. Courtney, you want to give them one?
We have UB, who is going to be on our couch talking about their collaboration with GOB for digital literacy.
Right. Apart from that, guys, we have Pact coming in talking about World Water Day, which is coming up. We'll be discussing some things about the importance of World Water Day and how you could be a part of it as well. But apart from that, we have kind of a jam-packed couch talk this morning. Oof. Will Baby Beef be bringing some beef today? I don't know. Maybe a tender loin Tuesday?
Medium rare, so and so.
Make we try. I like medium rare too, but yes. Guys, so you know how this works. Bap! Shall we get to the couch?
That's worth looking for today. Just in time,
and he's here to talk to us
the
about
writing appears on the
show that we're on right now. Tell me.
We're the first ones to see.
And we're going to be talking about the hush hush that has been happening
World
this
that
weekend.
we see
So
may seem that will never change. They say, but if you tear down the wall that's blinding us all, you'll see the way today. A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light.
Good morning, my beautiful people out there, and welcome to your Tuesday episode of Sunup on 7. So before we bring you the show, we have to bring you the weather and the traffic courtesy of the Belize Met Service and Smart.
Good morning, Belize. Our latest radar imagery showed little to no rainfall was observed over the country. Fair and dry conditions prevail over the area. At the 24-hour forecast, sunny with a few cloudy spells today and clear to partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers, if any, will be light and isolated. The maximum temperatures for today will reach 83 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 88 inland, and 80 up in the hills. The low temperatures for tonight will be around 72 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 67 inland, and 62 up in the hills. The winds will be light and variable, becoming easterly at 5 to 10 knots later today, and the sea conditions will be slight. A high tide will occur this morning at 10:23, followed by a low tide this evening at 2 minutes after 4, another high tide tonight at 10:13, and another low tide early tomorrow morning at 4:58. The sun will rise this morning at 6:18 and will set this evening at 5:55. The moon will rise this morning at 6:25 and will set this evening at 6:17. In the sargassum forecast, satellite and surface observation continues to show a few sargassum mats offshore and along some coastal destinations. More mats are expected to drift ashore during the coming days, resulting in moderate impacts. In the fire risk forecast, the risk for forest or bush fires will remain low. The outlook for Wednesday and Wednesday night is for continuing fair and mostly dry conditions. Little or no rain is expected. For a review of our forecast and other products, please visit our website at nms.gov.bz. Our next forecast comes out at 12 p.m. this afternoon. With that, we end this morning's forecast from the Belize National Met Service.
There we have the weather, guys. I have been feeling like this weather has been really nice recently. Like the weather alone, like the bright sun, the nice breeze and everything when they come in. Give me a little faint memory of March breeze, you know.
Yeah, that's what Jules said. The March breeze started this weekend, I think.
This weekend, because trust me, I get up Saturday and I'm like, man, it's hot. And then all of a sudden I'm like, and then it starts blowing. I'm like, all right, there we go. Here's the March breeze, the weather, the Easter breeze that starts setting, and we know this lasts only a while, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. How are you doing this morning, Quartz?
I'm doing great.
You woke up great this morning?
Great. It's like the night before a school trip when you're all excited.
Because you leave, oh my gosh. Guys, I've been telling Courtney yesterday that I just jealous, man. And if you say Bad Bunny, like in person, tell her, not forget Belize again. I mean, I say it in Spanish just now, but...
And we're taking a huge flag, so he's going to see it, for sure.
Good. Because, you know, thank God, the Belizean flag has been very busy over the past 2 weeks or so because, yes, we have Shakira, we have Cardi B, we have all of them just to big up Belize, and yeah. So, just letting you know that. Even Shane get up and say a warm, Belizean welcome to all of you at the African American Awards.
Yeah.
Oh, all right,
Belize
good.
has been booked and busy.
Good. We want it that way, right? But going away, it's good
for a week. I'll be back soon.
Oh, well, I mean, you're going for a whole Bad Bunny concert. That's...
Yes.
Man.
So yeah, it's exciting. And then after having seen the Super Bowl, it hypes you up even more like, oh, I'm going to see that live. But I love using concerts as an excuse to travel to new countries. Like I've been to 2 in Mexico City and now this one.
Ooh, this will be my first one. Where am I going now?
Oh, where are you going?
Yes, Colombia. Yes.
For
an EDM concert, but this is my favorite EDM
who
band.
is it?
Rufus the Soul.
Okay, I don't know.
Yes, great. Love it. Love it.
You'll
But it's all
enjoy
right.
Colombia. You will even to Colombia. Yeah.
Same back to Medellin, doing some of the same things back again, guys, but this time with a group of friends. You know what that means. We're gonna, you know,
when Brandon come back,
explore.
and they're like...
And I come back the day before my birthday.
and then...
Well, I come back on the show the day before my birthday, so then I hope when we're ready for celebrate. Like, send all the gifts, guys. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
We can start celebrate Brandon from today. Wait, not today, tomorrow, because today's Chinese New Year. And tomorrow we start your
We
birthday.
can't share?
No.
Sorry for people with birthdays today then. Great. But yes, guys, let's jump on into our couch talk this morning. And buy on a 17 or on a 71, or I don't know which number I want to buy today, but let it relate to this. The Belize Communications Workers for Justice, they have been in the news as of recent past, where they have been clamoring, they have been protesting in front of the headquarters for DJ, trying to get their severance pay. And now this is coming from the CCJ judgment, saying that workers are not only entitled to their benefits at the end of their retirement, they are also retired to their pension. They are also retired
The severance.
to their, yes, they are supposed to get their severance. But we know that only some of those persons have gotten their severance, those who have made within the 6-year mark to claim for that severance. However, the BCWJ, they have been clamoring for those persons who have fallen outside that 6-year range, statute of limitations, to get their severance as well. And for after what, 3 weeks? 2-3 weeks?
It feels like it's been more than that, because they were in the previous protest as well. The one where the UDP stormed BTL.
So in January, right?
I think from before that, they had a press conference. So it's
Right,
been a while.
right. It's been a while that they have been in the news clamoring for this. But we can report that yesterday, they just sent out a release that they will be paid. But you just have to go through a meeting today
At 2 p.m.
with some of the heads of BTL or DJ in order to get to find a way forward as to how they will be paid. But they will be paid. So congratulations to them. And it just goes to show, guys, that we not take nothing to lay down.
Yeah.
We want to stand up, we want to fight for what is right, and we get what we want.
I think it shows that
Perseverance.
perseverance and that closed mouths don't get fed. If you want something, you have to stand up for it. No matter if that's just you, if they're you and two other people, like they're a small group.
Yep.
And there a lot of the people can't really move around because they're older.
Yeah,
And you know, people must say they laugh about it every so often, every few days, then they're out there like with their little signs and like their song to play and they're a little bit of them and people must say, oh, they're not getting nothing, but watch what happened. This just shows us like you have to stand up, even if they're just you to stand up. You have to stand up for what you want, and people will join. People will because you know it will resonate. They have a very serious issue because everybody will get to that stage where they retire, and you need this precedent to be set so that when it's your turn, they're literally opening up the way. When it's your turn, you don't have to go through all of that hassle. Who wants to be 50-something years old and walk up and down St. Thomas Street in a sun hat and in the rain them in the walk up in there? So
in the cold one spell, yes.
Exactly. So it's like nobody wants to do that. So they're doing it so that you don't have to, you know, people like me and Brandon, one time we reach that age, hopefully we don't have those struggles.
Hopefully Richard could have just fly up and down, I don't know.
Right. But, you know, we're happy for the BCWJ and we're excited to see what comes out of this meeting at 2 p.m. Labor Department's office today.
You should at 2 p.m. because I made read this and you just said at p.m., right?
So I think they were trying to verify it and this morning we asked and they said 2 p.m.
Okay, great. So yes, they are going through their meeting today and congratulations again to the BCWJ for that. Just want to comment, yes, so I'd say, Charlotte, this says, since you guys going on vacation, maybe the Mean Girls crew could come in and host. Pull up, pull up. Pull up. We invite them.
I would love to see a show like that.
I will purposely tune in just for this. Just for this. We could have even trio at once. I don't know.
I think it'd be a good show.
Maybe associates. Could you imagine Everell on this set? We're moving on into our second one this morning, and we go back to what was kind of discussed yesterday with the PUP's NPC, the National Party Council meeting that happened over the weekend. And specifically now we'll be focusing in on what the Deputy Prime Minister, Colonel Hyde, has been saying about this whole BTL smart acquisition. And it's so funny because I had to ask, why is song recorded, right? But because it was on the radio, somebody made it record it to find out exactly what he was saying. And what he said was, I don't even know how to describe it.
We described it yesterday as like they're giving us whiplash. The PUP are giving us whiplash. They're acting like they have split personality or something. Because it's one day it's one thing, and then the next day it's the next thing, and then you have cabinet, you have Northern Caucus, you have
the chairman,
NPC, you have different, you have the Minister of Public Utilities, you have so many different people saying so many different things. I know you have the People's Prince, Prince, Colonel Hyde. Nobody could have given this speech but him.
I swear, I did true Colonel fashion too.
Right, he stands up there and he says, "Oh, my power roll."
May they fly high.
May they fly high. In April, shut down in May. He's like, we were up there and then we hit police snag. And in truth, we discussed that this BTL smart acquisition was essentially political suicide. Your ratings go down because it feels like you're not listening to the people. So then he says, but guess what? It won't be Chairman Lizaraga who chooses whether this deal happens. It will be the people. The people who choose. So, you know, again, whiplash, because you have the Prime Minister saying, well, BTL have to do this acquisition because they're flatlining and yada, yada, and so on, so on. We have to look out for BTL and the people and da-da-da-da.
They have the chairman, they say, oh, this is not about only the people, it's about, you know, two private companies in it.
Yeah, like we don't have nothing for do. For months they've been telling us we don't have nothing to do with that. You know, this is a private, you know, the board is in charge of that. And now we had the pause in the National Assembly. How are you going to pause a deal for a private company? I don't know. Make it make sense.
But before that leap official pause, you have the Minister of Labour over here, so they say, oh, yes, the Prime Minister said how the Labour Minister put it on pause, but then they, in the end...
No, Public Utilities Minister, which is Misha, said that the Prime Minister put it on pause. Then you talk to the Prime Minister and he said, talk to Misha. And so now Colonel Hyde is saying, the people want to decide.
But the thing is, when he was saying it, it's like, yes, we hit the snag up there, so all because of this acquisition, there are talks about acquisition, this and acquisition, that, and the people have been roaring, and when they put it on pause, I, for one, happy. And only the people tell me if I'm happy.
And
no,
like,
no
yeah!
lie. Say we're off.
And they were cheering, like, yeah, like, bro, be for real. Like, we're in this situation because of these same people. It's not like they're doing us some
huge favor.
Exactly. We're in here because they were pushing it, or I'm not saying everybody in the cabinet, of course, but as a unit, once the Prime Minister is saying we have to go through with this as a unit, they're moving forward, and then they hit this snag, and then now they're just like, well, guess what?
We did this for honor.
Yeah, for you guys. We're listening to you guys.
But a part of the whiplash to Courtney for me is, all right, so you have this pause, and then you have Deputy Prime Minister that said this one thing. But so where the Northern Caucasus fall in all of this? They're like, and the Northern Caucasus has the Prime Minister in it as well.
Right. You put the Prime Minister in a very awkward position.
They're like, adeya, if that's not a conflict of interest, right? But so now you're there, pause, the DPM, the chair on this pause, so. But you, the Prime Minister, made a push for it before, and now you put it on pause, but then the Northern Caucasus, and they say, we support this. They're like, this is not a violent accident at this point.
No.
Head, they go all about you, the dirty wine at this point, so I think so. Neck crack. What?
Yeah, so if you missed that speech, I believe it's on our Facebook page. Probably you can listen to exactly what Colonel said on Sunday during the NPC meeting, which I'm sure the Northern Caucasus was a part of as well.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, like they.
Of course, one of them never showed. Well, no, even the one where not in a ministerial position anymore was there.
Yeah, without a back brace.
And we know two other people never been there as well.
Yeah.
Kareem never been there because he's at Houston right now, immigration hub. And then we had Julius Espat, who was
celebrating his birthday. He's an Aquarius, guys. So happy birthday to Minister Julius Espat. Stay real.
I agree, stay real. But moving on into our third topic this morning, and well, this one was a bit of a scary yesterday, especially for the Belize Elementary School as well as the Belize High School, whereas the HL put in the front. They had...
Are they still called HLs? I think they're called...
well, that's how I know it.
Yeah, but I think they're called like Jasmine's something.
Damn. They had a massive scare yesterday when one of their butane tanks had a leak, and it showed up yesterday like this immense fog just coming out, and you're hearing the hissing of the butane leaking out from the tank, and that, I mean, this is sparked, a play on words, right? But that made the entire school evacuate because of this. We know that when this happened, the students were on break at this point, and here we have that footage. But it could have presented a very dangerous situation there for all surrounding. And this is across the street from the hospital as well, right?
That's the thing with Belize City, bro. No type of zoning. And I understand that we're kind of like a city that maybe wasn't supposed to be like a city. Like, everything kind of happened accidentally with Belize.
Remember with the mangrove, all of that, so...
settlers become here because no one else ever left to go, and the Spanish ever want to win, so this or that, pirates take over. It's a mix and match. Our history is like, not, so it's understandable that Belize City is here and there and everywhere because there's no sitting down and say, make we map this is me a city, make we map this out. So we have a school next to a restaurant, across from a hospital.
Next to a bank.
Next to a bank on one of the busiest streets in the city, uncramped, always crowded with vehicles. People that park on the side and then vehicles.
Front of a hospital, could you imagine?
Yes. It's so frustrating, especially, I think this was around lunchtime too, so kids, they're out per break, people, they go, up and down, they pick up their picnic or do whatever they have to do during their lunch break, go to the bank, and so this is a scary situation. Again, then you have to round up the kids who are on break, who run around the place, and they're all children. You have to round them out, then you have to hurry get the message out to their parents who that at work, they mind their business, they think they pick the safe.
And imagine I get on WhatsApp yesterday to talk about how, guys, if you know any parents from BES or BHS, please let them come and collect their children because, and then they sent this video and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. And you never know if like their parents have a type of job where they can't check their phone, or if they can't maybe leave work for whatever reason, and then now you'd worry about your picnic. Oh gosh, it's such a frustrating situation.
And that's the thing with that pretty glasses of a Heritage Bank. So if anything may happen, thank God nothing happened, but if there was just supposed to happen to be a spark around the area, I don't know where may happen there. So
yeah, and the idea of filling up the tanks at the restaurant though, I know, don't they usually take, doesn't BWell usually take a tank and...
Well, no, they those huge tanks, they're sometimes bolted into the ground.
Oh.
And so they just come in with their gas vehicles with a hose and then
That doesn't
connect it
seem
from
safe.
there. I
Most
guess
of
there's a
them,
level
anyways.
of safety measures that are taken there, but yes, I agree with you. We've had even before that, we've had incidents
Where butane tanks explode.
where, yes, but the portable ones, the one where you're back way into the vehicle and once that and then it's be refilling at the actual butane shop or store. I don't know what I want with my tongue this morning, but the tea. But unfortunate incidents where, yes, there's a small hole in that butane tank and, you know, people just roll the butane tank because they're thinking, and it sparks, right? And it ignites and it just blows up. We've had incidents like that before, but with these huge tanks, they cannot be moved. The vehicle goes and does their thing, connect it to a hose, and then they fill up from there, right? But I'm wondering now, yes, they solved the issue because yesterday the fire department, they asked for a response rate. They said they have it under control, and yes, to avoid incidents like this, I don't know how a gas tank is supposed to be stored because from what I saw, just though it's like outside.
Just did it random. Anybody
Subject
could do
to the
anything.
elements.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's supposed to be solved, but yes, we need to start taking charge of things like this and start making and ensuring, not only for those around us, but for yourself, that these things don't happen. Because that could have ended horrifically.
Right.
Yes,
We're glad that there were no injuries or anything like that.
So moving on into our fourth topic, and again, guys, buy on a 17 or on a 71, because the Association of Beneficiaries and Retired Public Officers are taking that legal route now. We know that they are another group that have been clamoring since last year for the dissolving of the Public Workers Trust.
Yes.
Yes.
So this
Public
trust
Servants Workers Trust, sorry.
was created, if I'm not mistaken, in 1995 or 4.
Way back.
They're about as old as I am. And, you know, these are older people. I think they're older than the BCWJ.
Yes,
These are
definitely.
very, very old people. They need this money now more than ever because they can't work. They're getting sick. Some have died.
Passed, yeah.
Yes, and they never get their money. And, you know, this trust was promised to them to be dissolved. And they're saying, well, we need our money now. What's the hold up? Now, we've seen them protesting outside of the National Assembly. Again, a very small group. Most of them can't come out. They don't have, they're elderly. They've spoken to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister had invited them to a meeting, and then they went to the meeting. But then every time we ask the Prime Minister about it again, he's saying it's in the court, so we can't do nothing. They need to pull the case out of the court. But then you pull the case out of the court, and then they could have their way with you, basically, because you don't have that leverage of where they carry out a court. So I think so now they're continuing this legal route because they're not to say headway with talking it out with the Prime Minister to try and get this trust dissolved. So they're taking the legal route.
Right. So they're going to the court today, but interestingly enough, there's a twofold case now. I think it's going to be consolidated. They have the government of Belize on one side bringing something in the court to try to see how they can help with the situation, as well as the ABPRO, the abbreviation for all that. They're going to court today, seeking somewhat the same remedies. So they will be heard, according to the president of the ABPRO, Hubert Enriquez, they're going to court at the same time today to see how this case will be handled. And what they're claiming for, yes, is for the dissolving of the public trust, as well as to make a list, because they've been asking the government to create a list for so long of people who are entitled to this, to these monies. But they are also asking the court now to provide a list, or to help them, or to order somebody to provide a list for them. And the government too is sort of hand in hand with them going to this court. So yes, we shall see what happens today. We know that that's scheduled in the High Court for this morning, or yes, for this morning, I think. And we shall see what happens today.
Now, these people, man, I feel so bad. This is their last stand. This is the last thing that they can do for themselves, because again, they're elderly, they're sick. I think some members have cancer. Like, they're struggling there with many different ailments, and this is literally their last move. If this doesn't work out, then what do they do after this? And so, again, it's a situation that any of us can find ourselves in, especially, when you're in that sector and there's all this bureaucracy that you have to, like, maneuver through the laws and whatever. But I think their attorney, they're using Courtney Koi,
yes,
LLP. So hopefully that works out in their favor.
It's unfortunate that a lot of people these days have been looking towards a trust. But a trust is such a complicated document and mechanism to work through. So maybe it's something that is trustworthy to prevent from the dissolution of it. I don't know. But we have yet to explore that region, right? But yes, we shall see what happens in today's case. More than likely, like I said, it will be a consolidated claim where two claims are held at once. But we shall see how that goes and what the outcome of this will be, and how long it will take, if it takes that long, to get their monies. But moving on into our fifth topic, and yes, guys, I've seen some of you asking about it in the chat. Is Julius Espat being sued by the unfortunate the parents of the unfortunate victims of the 3 girls that passed away in the Royal Cajal lawsuit, the Royal Cajal Hotel Resort in San Pedro? And Julius Espat is not being sued, but his company is being sued, and that's Structure Architects Limited. And also specifically being sued is his wife, Miss Anna Espat, as well. So they are included in that lawsuit being brought by those parents. And when asked for a comment yesterday, basically all was said is that their attorneys are handling it. It's in the court at this point. They cannot discuss any further.
Yeah, this was a very
It's interesting, though.
Case.
Yes.
Of what happened to those young women. I mean, it's something, again, this gas leak, it's something that could happen to anybody if you're not, like, careful, if you don't. I don't think, like, they probably, it's not something you smell, it's not something that you're aware of. You just start feeling dizzy, and then you lie down, and then you're dead. And these girls, for a family, like, to lose somebody when you're on vacation, you don't know what could happen. I mean, you're not saying that you can't die in your own country, but when you're out there and then you have to think about how you bring the body back, and you have to think of all these complications that could happen. And it was 3 girls. It's a really sad situation for them. And out of that grief, they're just suing anybody that they can sue, which, rightfully so.
Troy Annette, you want to sketch something, right?
Exactly, rightfully so, because no amount of money could bring back those women. But at least they could have some sort of I don't know if you get closure like that, but something to console you and to help with the expenses of, again, bringing the bodies, costing the funeral, all of these things.
And it was unfortunate how that entire thing played out, because we know that back then it was being blamed, drugs, it was being alcohol and all of these things like that. But then when actual team went in and they assessed it not only one time, I think it was 2 or 3 times that they assessed it, and they did find carbon monoxide poisoning coming in from an old water heater, if I'm not mistaken, or the type of water heater. And circulating through the air, the air conditioning, that's a deadly cause right there, guys. But when it turned out to be that, no, yes, like you said, you're suing practically anybody who you can sue.
Right.
For me, I'm not sure how the construction or the architects they're involved in this, because they just create the architecture, the building itself.
Yeah.
What is entailed in that building now, that is something for Royal Cajal to answer to. But I don't know. Let's see how this case works out as well.
Right.
But moving on into our final topic this morning, and well, e-buses. Are they to come? Well, let's find out more from the National Bus Company, which we have not heard about in a while. We know that this has been in the making. The bus owners have been in an uproar.
Yeah, it's been a long process.
They have been trying to upgrade the buses. We got from school buses to now, or Bluebird buses to now coach buses. They've been trying to get the change for the commuters out there as well. With Mwaga electric buses, we started off with the pilot project in the city.
So which I'm a big fan of. I know.
I said, Court did write it the other day for.
You did?
Yes, I did. I forget that with some. I think, if I'm not mistaken, pan Princess Margaret. I think I see you set up there, so. You know the bus.
Standing in the bus? I have not stood in that bus,
oh, well,
no.
Probably. I'll look
That was somebody else. I hope my doppelganger finds me. I want to see you.
You've been hearing about them?
I don't know. Somebody told me, like, I said this guy would look like you the other day, so maybe it's the same girl.
But yes, Courtney is a big fan of it, guys.
I'm a big fan of the city ones. You know, they're such an upgrade to the dollar bus, or the $2 bus, and it's only $3 again. But now we see there's also the pilot project for the ones that go on the road. And
yes,
so there's
the Western,
there's two, I think, currently. So you might have seen them if you travel the roads a lot. You might have seen them in and out, on the roads. That's just a pilot project so they can see what are the kinks in the system, what they need to work out, what they need to work on. And so yesterday, the Ministry of Transport had a stakeholders meeting. Then they meet with the stakeholders fairly regularly to get their input and whatnot.
Which, no, I'm just thinking about the math yesterday by Dr. Zavade. Oh, we got for 31 to know the minus 7 is, but then one of that, and then you're equal to 15, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because he was saying we had 30-something, 31 bus operators, but then we consolidate, like, I think it's more than half, it's like 17 of them. We consolidated to one, and then there's like the 15 who I guess never want to be a part of it, so they're their own thing. So you take that down a lot. And then he was saying, we have the diesel buses right now, but he's hoping by next year, 2027, we'll have a fully electric fleet. And he says that will reduce the cost of, parts, because the parts for the electric buses are less than the parts for the diesel buses. So you get to save on resources for that. He also said that they're going to implement, though, a cashless system in the buses. So they're going to start with the buses that they have now, and see, because they're working with DJ, to see how you can pay without having cash, which would be amazing to me.
It's like a little Metro card. I guess you just top up and then you go as you go.
Right. I'm a cashless. I never have cash on me.
Me neither.
So that would be great. I mean, I don't catch buses a lot, but when I do, it would be great.
Definitely.
And, I'm looking forward to the National Bus Company.
You know what? I am looking forward to it, but again, vetting those drivers, because we've seen recently so many accidents happening on buses, and because they're racing, or fight between the conductor and the driver, or fight between the two drivers, or running off the road because they try to overtake. I don't know. I just hope that when they actually get up and running, that they don't destroy our buses. They don't destroy the electric buses, because could you imagine the maintenance on those, or the fixing of those? And if you don't have the specialized individual in our country to take care of those buses, then what? Yeah,
and then where you get the parts from, obviously the parts come from further away. I think by lowering the number of bus operators, though, you lower, this is just my brain, you lower the amount of racing that happens, because it's not like you're competing with as many people. If I win, I win. That's still lot.
14 are there, 14, 15 are there. They're like, okay, so if we have the same bus route, then what? I want my passengers to.
But also, too, and this is a complaint that has arisen, is that there's no checks and balances for, say, how much customers you to get. So you as a driver and you as a conductor can share the pie. So obviously you want more money so that you could get a bigger cut of the pie. Because there's nobody who could tell you, oh, you get this amount of people. Unless you're not selling the receipts. Most buses don't give you receipts, so you can't. There's no way to tell. But with the new system that they're implementing, the money, it doesn't go into their pockets, especially if it's cashless, then it goes straight to a system. So the conductor and the driver doesn't touch the money at all. So there's no reason to be racing. Because I know your
That's
money
true.
to get touched.
That's true. That's very true.
There's different things that they're working on.
It would be amazing if you just get one receipt instant on your phone that you get it. So your card is actually linked to your phone number or something.
Or if you could tap your phone.
Ooh.
That's great technology that we don't have.
Not yet. We're getting there, guys.
Right.
But for Rasta K Liberty, we said we need e-vehicles for government workers and ministers.
We could keep track and then shut off after 5.
There we go. That's a nice thing to do. Because yesterday I did come down to the city and like traffic clear, I did go about 55, 60 miles an hour. And why this government vehicle just feel the need for us zoom and round the corner to try overtake at the same time? And I'm like, what is this? Why the need for speed? Right? And then not only that vehicle, we've noticed that government vehicles are just always in a rush.
Yeah.
Like, why?
I don't know. Especially when I see a lot of them when I'm going to Butane for a house meeting. Obviously, they're all heading in the same direction. So I see a lot of them, and it's like, relax. The meeting now started out, you. Calm down.
No, we've seen that recently, right? The meeting just started out, people.
Exactly. So there's no reason to be rushing and rushing and rushing. Manage your time better, maybe. I don't know.
That's it.
If you know you have meeting 10 o'clock and you know it take an hour to reach Butane, why are you leaving 9:30?
Thank you very much for that. But even so, even that, they're like just they regular government vehicles and just they clear up on the road. They're like exactly, and I think that's the thing with the buses. I want to get back to that. It's not their property. So when I said nobody will take better care of your property than you, that is the case here. So you do have people that drive your buses and what's not. And what lick happened to it and whatever, then, that's not me. The company will take care of that. I hope that there's some things or some level of accountability that somebody takes when damaging these things. And I'm going, I know I get into my rant, but public property for people who they crash up in all and things and lampposts and bus stops and crash rails.
Held accountable for those. Because why you in the median? Why you in the really in the median?
Well, ask the bus driver that. Why are you in the median?
That's crazy. My thing that I want to see is that the buses leave when they say they're going to leave and arrive when they say they're going to arrive. That's what I want to see. And I want to see the bus drivers not stop like, oh gosh, this is a problem. I heard Joe Marie complain about this before, like the bus drivers, they go to Corozal, stop the shop, buy them beer, and then continue like, I would be like scared the whole
I've heard about that. It's coming from a specific bus company, but I'm not going there. Yes.
So we're hoping the National Bus Company gets rid of all of these issues, or at least most of them, and that people have a safer, more convenient, more reliable ride, because I've always said that the state of a country's public transportation is directly reflective of how much a government cares about their people. And when you have a messed up public transportation, even the poorest person should have access to anywhere in their country to be able to go anywhere at any time. So when you don't have that public transportation available for these people, that just shows that you don't care about them.
Yeah. Richard Webb said, I do see your comment there, so I just laugh on that one because no, it's not. But let's go. But yes, guys, we've reached to the end of our couch talk this morning. And we do have a beautiful sunrise for you coming in all the way from the capital city itself, Butane. Thank you so much for the submission, Ms. Shanira Sanchez. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise. Like wow. Nice black with the contrast of orange right this, all right? Just illuminating the dark clouds atop too. Oh.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thank you so much for your submission. Beautiful sunrise.
We don't get a lot from Butane.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. People want to say sea for some reason.
Yeah.
No, we do city and we do jungle and bush though. But yes, guys, we go to our first commercial break. And when we are back, we are being joined with the University of Belize discussing their collaboration between GOB and UB for digital literacy. Stay tuned for that amazing conversation. We'll be right back.
In the heart of Belize, a battle is being waged, not with weapons, but with choices. When waste is disposed of in unauthorized locations, in our forests, drains, and waterways, along our highways, and in vacant lots, this is illegal dumping. The consequences reach far beyond what we see. Toxic chemicals seep into our groundwater, threatening our drinking water. Disease-carrying mosquitoes breed in abandoned tires, and wildlife mistake our waste for food. For over a decade, the Department of Environment has worked tirelessly to clean up these sites. But they can't do it alone. They need your help, and now taking action is easier than ever. Download the ArcGIS Survey 123 app to your phone. You can report illegal dump sites. The app records the location, allows you to add photos. Simply open the app, allow location access, fill in basic details about the site, add a photo, and submit. Your report helps us protect our communities and natural resources. Every report matters. Every action counts. Stand proud in protecting our nation. Our Belize, our responsibility. Bini.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, texts, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio, 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
These charter mints aren't from
We're
an
navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Sheree Kelso, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craig.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
In the heart of Belize, a battle is being waged, not with weapons, but with choices. When waste is disposed of in unauthorized locations, in our forests, drains, and waterways, along our highways, and in vacant lots, this is illegal dumping. The consequences reach far beyond what we see. Toxic chemicals seep into our groundwater, threatening our drinking water. Disease-carrying mosquitoes breed in abandoned tires, and wildlife mistake our waste for food. For over a decade, the Department of Environment has worked tirelessly to clean up these sites. But they can't do it alone. They need your help, and now taking action is easier than ever. Download the ARC GIS Survey 123 app to your phone. You can report illegal dump sites. The app records the location, allows you to add photos. Simply open the app, allow location access, fill in basic details about the site, add a photo, and submit. Your report helps us protect our communities and natural resources. Every report matters. Every action counts. Stand proud in protecting our nation.
Good morning, my beautiful people out there, and welcome back to Sunup on 7. So Courts and I just went through a number of Couch Talk topics that we hope that you enjoyed, but we're looking to enjoy this first conversation here, and we'll be talking about a collaboration between the government of Belize as well as UB for digital literacy. And with us on the couch this morning, we have Ms. Karen Simplice, who's the communication officer in the team of digital learning theory, of a lecturer at UB as well as Tremet Peria, change management and manager of the Ministry of E-Governance.
Change management manager, yeah.
Yes, that.
That right.
That right. And Dr. Maxine McKay, curriculum specialist on the team, assistant professor as well. So good morning to all of you. How are we doing this morning?
Good morning.
We're doing well.
Wonderful.
Excited for this digital literacy?
Yeah, of course. We're very excited. Yes.
Something like Mr. Peria, he put in the work.
Yeah, cheerleader.
But I want to first start off this conversation by educating the people. What is this whole digital literacy about? Let's go with you, Ms. Karen.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thanks for having us this morning. The digital literacy is an initiative by the government of Belize, IDB, and the University of Belize. So it is to educate, it is to share information, digital information, with 3 specific populations. It could be others, but we're targeting 3 populations. And the diverse disability, the elderly, and the adolescents. This is reaching far out. We have training for training bodies. We're training bodies who will then go out there and train other people. As we speak, we're training 300 bodies who will then go out there and disseminate the information in the far south, far north, west, even in the city.
Okay, so that's a very interesting concept there. What made this whole concept, what is the importance, or what caused this concept to be brought out in the first place?
Interesting. That's very interesting, Brandon. We are trying to, the target is to reach out the population that don't have the literacy, that don't have the know well, because of where the country is going. Nowadays, everything is technology. Everything, the way how we're communicating, this is leaving no one behind.
Okay.
And it's also part of the SDG 4, 9, and 10 that talks about innovation, that talks about inclusivity, that talks about leaving no one behind.
Okay, all right, there we go.
So, you want me to?
Well, I mean, it has been in the framework for a long while. The Ministry of E-Governance has been trying to organize different stakeholders together to build this base for the improvement of digital literacy across the country. We have our programs that we're trying to get off the ground. For example, we want to build an e-governance academy for teaching, and we have connections with Coursera as well, and we want to involve local educators to be a part of that practice. There's also the building of the e-governance platform, which was to house the different organizational platforms, social security, lands, police. So it's a one-stop shop, and its connection is through the use of the national ID, which hopefully we can have a conversation about later on down the road.
I was just thinking about that.
This is, yes, right? That requires its own discussion. As Ms. Karen said, this digital literacy training is for people. We found that people are extremely afraid of using the technology available. And the demographics of the people that generally find it difficult are the older people, are the people who are disadvantaged or disabled to an extent. Yes. And the adolescent in the middle that are not probably focused on the importance of being able to access and manipulate, in a sense, safely those technological platforms. And so this initiative between us here is to do that, to get people up to par, not just to use platforms, but to use it in their everyday lives, to build their communities, to MSMEs, and to build their organizational structures digitally, to help the people of their families, their children, all of that. So it's a multi-platitude kind of thing, yeah.
Go ahead.
So right now you're basically training the trainers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when do you go from training the trainers to the trainers now training the people who need it?
Yeah, so as soon, good morning everyone. So as Ms. Karen said and Mr. Perrett said that we initially had this program with just the elderly person. One of the first phases was the elderly population. So it's pretty much the same procedures with training the bodies who are the youth, and then they go out and execute the assistance that was needed in terms of computer usage, internet usage with an elderly population. That project, we saw that there was a need to increase access to other vulnerable populations that include persons with disability and, of course, women, because we find that women are not as promoted in terms of ICT, and because of the new concept of, well, not necessarily new, but STEAM, we found that women were also a part of the vulnerable population, and girls, and also people with language issues, language barriers,
right,
and also people with low literacy. So those, and of course the youth, they make up the population that will also be accessed by the bodies who also include persons with disabilities. So both sections, both population include persons with disability, and the persons who are going to be accessed do have disabilities and varying disabilities, you know, like autism, people in wheelchair, people with visual impairment, etc. And in keeping with the government's Plan Belize, and of course UB's RISE plan, the SDG 4, which speaks to inclusivity, no persons left behind, we found it extremely necessary to try to close the digital gap, you know, the digital divide that exists. And, you know, in terms of technological access, the curriculum includes e-learning services like what Mr. Perrott spoke to, where these persons with the low technological literacy can help to access these things by themselves or with little assistance. It's not a temporary goal, it's a long-term goal, because we know issues with cyber security and things like that. We know that people could tap your phone, go into your account. And we also find that the aging population is also at risk because they're not as advanced with technology, so they can come and ask, all right, Mr. Brennan, can you log into my bank account? This is my email. And then, you know, they can be robbed. Their monies can be, you know, taken out from them. So we want to empower them, a sense of independence for these populations. So that is one of the most important things, the lifelong learning, and equipping these populations with skills that would not necessarily come to their doorsteps, right, through the digital bodies.
Yeah, that's a big thing. That fishing.
Yeah, that
fishing. Not big fish, but fishing.
When I catch some fish by hook right now. No, a lot of questions now pop into my head. We know that, yes, as Ms. Karen said, Belize is heading into a more technological world, with e-governance leading the charge there. And we hear about these buddies being taught to teach other persons out there. When it comes to persons now with language barriers, let's say we have the Quechua Maya, we have the Mopan Maya, who might only speak that. Do we have avenues for persons or buddies who actually...
Yes, so one of the strategies that we do, everybody understands visual print. You know, like if you see an icon, a phone, it doesn't matter what language you speak, you can understand that this is a phone.
Okay.
So in one of our strategies, in our training, we encourage them to use strategies that have visual print, you know, images, etc. And we are also teaching them the aspect of emotional intelligence, because a lot of the youth population, they lack that capacity to care. And so you can't really embed it in them at a short stage, but we use visual print to tell them, if that person has a language barrier, show them a picture, right? And you help them, it's almost like you're using TESOL, ESL strategies, right? Beyond just that aspect of the picture, you look at it, you let them hear a song, and then you repeat the song for them. And we're trying to teach them patience. And in some of the
young people,
so in some of the training, we teach them the content, but we have them do like role play. You know, actually impose to them what is the importance of you with a person who might have like low literacy or language barrier. Because you're right in saying that we will meet persons like that. They will meet persons who are Maya, Quechua, Mopan, and they might not understand. But the great thing about it is that the digital buddies come from their area. So we get people from Toledo who are Mayan speaking. So, you know, that might be a minimal issue, but it can still be an issue if persons meet someone who speaks Spanish. So it's pretty much geographically located. The buddies are geographically located because we knew that would have been an issue with the language. And so we want them to be able to, you know, associate with the language when it comes to those things.
And, sorry.
I just want to ask, when the trainers, they get trained, they go back to where they're from, and and then is it that the UB locations around the country, that's where the public goes to get the training?
That's a good question.
They have we do have access to some hubs. There are some hubs. There's a hub or two in Toledo, so we're using hubs as site base. But we also implore them where, you know, in terms of safety, they can go to the digital buddies houses, because the last time we did do that, right? And sometimes the church community assists us, so we meet them in a church, we meet them in different areas. So they come to the digital buddies, right? Like BFLA, we had sessions at BFLA where the persons actually came to us and the digital buddies trained them. So it's a plethora of things. So they can go to their homes. We have hubs around the country that they can meet, etc.
I spoke about the language barriers now, but I want to move this to the elderly folks out there who, let's just say I know some people who, no matter how much times they explain it to them, they still just don't get it. They write down their notes, everything like that, but for finding notes is one next thing, but for actually follow the notes that they took is another thing. How would we be able to ensure that these persons are capable enough to access or to be digitally literate going forward?
The evaluation is the evaluation and measurement section of it. That's a very valid question. Unfortunately, for a lot of reasons, people have to want to do it. I mean, we are making the collaborative effort to go into the rural areas, into people's communities to try to get them to use information. I think a major part of the digital bodies is to really encourage them and to show them the need for the use. You know the old adage, you could take the horse to the water, but you can't force off a drink. Our job is to make that water as enticing as possible, and in the hopes that a better mind takes over than just normal human nature, and they drink from the water. They come and they utilize whatever platform that's available if they can, right? And if we can create a safe space for them to feel vulnerable and say, all right, I need help with this through the digital bodies and the trainings, that's even a better admission for them to move forward and to use the platforms. It's a difficult, human psychology is a difficult thing to measure, because then people have their ways. However, all we can do for the most part is to make it as readily accessible, easily used and have the people there for non-judgmental support.
Yes.
You know, and I think that that in itself will get more people than not.
Yeah.
And if we go from 1 person out of 10 being digitally literate to 6, 7 out of 10, that's an amazing jump in percentage.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think anything in this world is 100%.
Yeah, it's never.
Right? In the phone, you have the says 100, but it doesn't technologically charge 100%. So the idea is to get as many people and provide the service and allow people to have access to the service as best as we can.
Yeah, yeah. I want to also add before Ms. Karen speak that I think with the aging population, we might be surprised that a lot of persons in the aging population they're better than us with technology. Because my mom, she does TikTok, and I don't do TikTok.
What?
Right? So I said, well, how you guys figure that? Like, I said, who teach you that? She said, well, just follow this and follow that. And she's a part of, the older persons. But I do believe that we take older persons' knowledge for granted in some way. And if we do, like what you said, they might forget where they write down their notes, but not all of them. Some young people forget where they write down their notes. I earnestly believe that according to research that visually, people learn a lot visually, and if you walk them step by step and repeated procedures, it helps, and you check back that cognitive knowledge. Can you show me? Because you can't just be lip service. You have to actually have them do it themselves, and they might miss a step or two. But that encouragement that you give them as a digital body is essentially important to show them, all right, you missed a step. Can we try it again? I will show you one more time and then let them model what you have taught them. So it's very important. I write down things and forget it. Right? So it's which part of the brain you speak to. Right?
In terms of the disabled population, how do you train the trainers to go into communities who have persons who are blind or who are deaf, especially if they don't have a background in maybe Braille or sign language?
That's a good one there. We are working. We're working with different organizations to get that up to speed.
Yeah.
Yes. And coming back, thanks, Courtney. Coming back to the elderly, my mom is 82 years old, and I'm sure she is on Facebook watching Sunup. She might even comment.
And then
big up Miss Karen.
Brock down Medora and tell her want to talk about politics.
Yes. She's 82 years old, and she would send us messages. Can you call me? Or where are you? That by itself speaks volume. We're looking at Dr. McKay's mom. I'm sure that...
no, as for mine, my father designs technological programs and stuff, and my mother doesn't answer the phone or answer the door. She speaks to her watch.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me.
And we had, last week, we had some testimonies from one of our CEOs and from the president of the university talking about 72-year-old aunt, father, watching cameras and so forth. I don't have cameras. I don't have a TV. So there you go.
Right.
Yeah.
So yes,
I think we're underestimating them because at this day and age, they want to be included.
For sure.
They want to see what their great-granddaughter doing, what their grandson doing, what now Facebook, everything on Facebook is Gazette. Oh, did you know that Courtney said? That's so. Do you know that Brandon can dance? Yes. No. Do you know? Yes.
You guys are
That's how they
Facebook or Instagram? Because my children tell me that Facebook is for old folks.
Yes.
And I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my heart.
I don't know that much. I use Instagram, but I'm not using TikTok, so I'm like in the middle. Like young people use TikTok.
Well, so she's like, Facebook.
It's all right. She's one of the last of the millennials.
So if you notice, right in here we have different age range and what we're into. Yes, what technological apps we're using. And
I want to ask the question now. So we have 300 buddies. How can people be a part of this buddy system? How do they enroll into this training? things like that.
Well,
Okay,
you be people, you be people. We only ask them. Yeah, no, we are. You got it.
Support.
So there was an application call for the digital bodies that was sent out, by the University of Belize, and I do believe we have gotten an extensive amount of application, over 300. That is why we now have the training for the bodies. So the actual applicants who got accepted are in training. But if anyone wants to still join, if we have space, of course, because you can never give up on a certain amount of population, I do believe they can contact us at the University of Belize, to whatever area they are, they can still contact us. But we did do a call for applicants quite early, and we got a lot of interested persons, not only youth, but, persons who are older and things like that. And I must add, just to go back to the questions with disability, that we had a meeting with BAPTA last night, and they're going to be a part of the project as well. And we have 10 persons who are going to be trainers who are going to come from that population. So we had a very extensive meeting to share what we're doing, and of course, speak to them about what they think is best and what accommodations their population might need and things like that. So, and also persons with visual impairment, low visual impairment, or completely blind, we do perhaps like to take them for granted and think that they don't know much, but there's a lot of technological devices that people who are visually impaired or low vision do use. I know a person who is completely blind, and he can tell me what color clothes I have on because the glasses like a smart glasses. And they normally would just say, call Maxine or call Courtney. They advance, but you do have some who still need assistance. So we're going to use those kind of approaches to help people with low visual impairment. People who are deaf, of course, we have to use, again, visual print, and pictures to show them what they need to do.
I have another question here. In terms of now, we're trying to get people with digital literacy, but for those remote areas that might not have connectivity. E-governance, yes.
All right. Well, well, speaking to Mr. Irving about this, we have tablets that we have access to that we have at e-governance, and along with the mobile internet that we're working to get. I spoke to Mr. Irving because it's one thing to have people come out of their communities. Sometimes they have to come from far.
Right.
But our idea is to make this as accessible and as easy on the population and the citizens as possible. So that means we have to go in to them. And we have the devices that we've set up that we can use in these distant and remote locations. We have the MiFi and the different connective devices that we can use internet if needs be. But I think for a lot of times when we do go out into the public and stuff like that, it's just to get people comfortable with using the device. They might have their own devices, some might have, but a lot of people might not be comfortable with turning on a tablet or typing. And so different programs are placed on those tablets to get people comfortable with just fingerlings and making use of whatever they have. I think that UB has done an amazing job of constructing their design for the educational practices of not just the digital bodies, but long reaching into the citizens who the digital bodies will have to go and deal with. Our job at e-governance is to make the support as best as we can. Whatever we can help with, we will. And I think that the technological part, if it's difficult to go into the places, we have the technology to go with them, all right? To make access, inclusivity better.
You're semi-minded thing, Trev.
Go to man. Yes. Go to man. The harder the questions, the better it is for the people.
I regret that they teach me right now. But no, jumping into social studies now. We have these remote populations in Belize, way, like you said, some of them inaccessible. They are used to a way of life. How do we get them encouraged to join?
It was about the culture, and I think that the digital bodies, the people from their village, and this was what, when you were talking about the connection of the digital bodies through language, it's also a matter of connection to culture.
Okay.
Right? I am willing to have. The more I know about the cultures of our country, the better it is to me. I love it. I travel all over this country just to eat food and to learn how people live. Hopefully, I guess it is in the design that the digital bodies will be the bridge for us.
Okay.
Right? And it will be a back and forth. It will be a dual learning opportunity for us from the outside and for them from the inside. When we envisioned this whole training practice, the idea was to get not just digitally up to tempo, but also culturally connected.
Right.
Right. And so, while it's an amazing question, our hope is that we can both parties, whatever we're multiple parties, get to know more about each other, so we can actually share the cultures that we have in a positive light to aid digital literacy.
And I also need to plug in because I am a social work lecturer, and this entire digital literacy covers both at the micro, meso, and macro level. We're working with communities, so everything is there.
Okay.
So we're able to, yes, I do teach working with communities. So that expertise, and I'm sure that my other colleagues on the team, we have team members from PG, from Cayo, from Belize City, all over. So we're able to understand more. It's not that we're going in there imposing, we're asking. This is an educational, it's educational, and if you want it.
Educational exchange. That's the better.
Thank you,
yeah.
thank you.
That's the better structure of it.
So in the event that you do want to be a part of it, how do you contact you all to set up, when it's time for the trainers to do the training?
We have dates, not sure. You guys have dates.
Yeah, we have specific dates. You can send either myself an email at mmckay@ub.edu.bz, or you can email Miss Karen at
ksimplist@ub.edu.bz.
Yeah, not email me because.
So people can start emailing from when? Or from now they can just...
From now.
From now. But actually, we have a set of people that we're actually training already from every single geographic area in the country. But we welcome new participants for the digital body training, and of course, persons who want to be trained. In terms of the different things that we're looking at.
Oh, I also have to mention, you guys are this Friday and Saturday, right, in Orange Walk.
Yes.
There's also BCCI. I have to mention BCCI because they're the other part of this digital literacy. They're into dealing with the MSMEs and the firms' development. So they, while their main focus is on building on helping these small businesses or businesses understand the tax process and the civil registry, they're still also informing them of how to connect themselves to different platforms, how to be safe in their process of traversing the internet. And a lot of our young MSMEs are in the stage of learning how to utilize the digital technology to enhance their business. And so BCCI, amazing people as well, have their programs online, because they launched a platform the other day for themselves that they will use to teach the different firms or anyone. I'm sure they wouldn't turn away anyone who would want to know. Okay, so I think you could get in contact with this Chamber of Commerce, and they will also be able to tell you about their dates and their times and what it is that you would need to do to become a part of their training. And since it's online, they can have even more people being a part of their programs.
And I think a last question for me is, when now the bodies teaching the communities digital literacy, how long more or less would someone have to schedule out in order to learn more about digital literacy? And I'm hoping that a part of the digital literacy as well is disaster risk management.
Yeah.
Yes,
all right.
There's a part. About the training. The first part of the training is teaching communication, the inter and the intra, communication, what you do, what you don't do. Now, the second part talks about going deeper into the how to manage your device. What goes there, how you do it, how to turn it on, how to turn it off, how to the different apps, right? We will have trainers from different organizations, different stakeholders who will teach the bodies, and then the bodies will then be able to go into the community to teach the participants.
Because let's just say I know some people.
Sign them up. Sign them
just
up.
to springboard off of what Ms. Karen was talking about, our e-governance academy was also another level to this digital literacy. We're trying to get lecturers to teach cybersecurity at the different levels, basic, mid, advanced, intermediate, and advanced levels, and different courses that we can do in person or online here. The Coursera, they're working on that. Last year, they had the license for Coursera, and they had over, 400 and odd courses available to the public. But I don't think that we publicized it enough.
Right.
And so this year, we're going to do a better job of trying to get that out to people so they can take their 2-month courses or the 1-month courses, 3-month courses to become certified in simple things like business management. Well, I can't say simple, right? Business management, or how to design your project management, report writing. There's also change management. There's a plethora of different courses, 400 and odd. It's a lot. And I think in this age, formal education is being replaced by the 3-month, 4-month.
Yeah, short course.
It might sound bad, but if you've already done the formal education up to a level and you want to upskill yourself, I guess this complements your skill set, right? Or your skill sets that you want to develop.
That's something that I never knew about, but
yeah, it was. I signed up for a whole bunch of them. I didn't get to take them because I was busy, but there are lots of them. Our guy, who's an amazing tech guy in our ministry, Kevin Pascasio. He 13, he just loaded.
Yeah, no, I could
He
imagine
just
there's
loaded.
several things that could add to or complement my profession as well. Like,
They're very good courses.
All
I
right.
agree.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for
thank
being
you.
here. This was a very interesting conversation and very interesting, I'm sure, to people out there watching, especially off Facebook.
And YouTube. Don't forget.
No Instagram?
I forgot live for Instagram then.
Yeah, live for Instagram, the whole show.
But yes, thank you guys so much. And Brandon put the email.
Yes.
So, if you are interested in this program, you can reach out and find out more about how you can be a part of it, whether to train or to be trained, when the program opens up. So thank you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Looking forward to further conversations as to see how this is actually going.
We have to have that next month or sometime.
Yes.
Yeah.
That the one next
That
week.
next thing, we have that.
You are come back for
Definitely,
this.
definitely.
But then you are come back by yourself.
It doesn't matter. I want you to think of the most difficult questions you can have about that topic.
Trust me.
All right, because
I am a lawyer. I took biochem.
the more difficult the questions, and if we can't find an answer for them, it's best for us to know it then, so we can sort it out as we go along. It's all about improvement and building. It's never, you never know, so. No, it's always thank you, because now I can look at that perspective.
Definitely.
True.
Thank you guys so much again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
And with that, guys, we go to our next commercial break. And when we are back, we're going to be talking about World Water Day with Pat. Stay tuned.
These charter mints aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023 in the
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Cherie Culsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Endure Craig.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
One, two, three.
The opportunity of having a home for myself. Very happy. This is something that is mine personally.
As you can see, when they get these houses, it's an absolutely chilling time, and I'm just absolutely overjoyed, man.
I had my own home, but the water came in.
I really appreciate this house.
These are humble, hardworking, honest people. They've worked all their lives, done a tremendous job with their children, have grown their children up to be considerate, responsible, hardworking citizens under really tough conditions. So they've done their part for this country.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corzal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
In the heart of Belize, a battle is being waged, not with weapons, but with choices. When waste is disposed of in unauthorized locations, in our forests, drains, and waterways, along our highways, and in vacant lots, this is illegal dumping. The consequences reach far beyond what we see. Toxic chemicals seep into our groundwater, threatening our drinking water. Disease-carrying mosquitoes breed in abandoned tires, and wildlife mistake our waste for food. For over a decade, the Department of Environment has worked tirelessly to clean up these sites. But they can't do it alone. They need your help, and now taking action is easier than ever. Download the ArcGIS Survey 123 app to your phone. You can report illegal dump sites. The app records the location, allows you to add photos. Simply open the app, allow location access, fill in basic details about the site, add a photo, and submit. Your report helps us protect our communities and natural resources. Every report matters. Every action counts. Stand proud in protecting our nation. Our Belize, our responsibility. Bini.
Good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome back to Sunup on 7. So just before the break, we had representatives from UV as well as the Ministry of E-Governance talking about their ongoing digital literacy program that's currently happening and trying to get to all the communities out there. Again, I put those emails in the chat. For those persons who are interested in it, please contact those emails to learn more. But we're jumping into our next conversation this morning, and we're here joined with Miss Shania Wilson, Youth Engagement Officer of the National Climate Change Office, as well as Ms. Tenniel Hende, who is the Principal Hydrologist at the National Hydrological Service. I swear it's a lot there.
Tongue twister, right?
Yes. And we're going to be discussing World Water Day and the importance of such. So good morning to both of you. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Good morning. I'm doing well.
All right. So I want to get now to what World Water Day is all about and its importance.
Okay, so World Water Day first started in 1992 with the UN Rio Convention. It recognized the importance of fresh water and its management throughout the globe. As you know, we don't have any new water on the earth. It's the same water that gets recycled through the hydrological cycle. So we're basically designated a day that says we are going to focus on water, why water matters. We tend to take it for granted. Myself, you know, being a city girl, not being used to going to the hand pumps or, you know, having to rely on wells. I just turn on the tap and I have water. So it's about bringing importance about the conveniences that we have, but also recognizing that there are persons who are disproportionately disadvantaged by not having running water in their local area. And this year, the team is focusing on water and gender equality. So it's not saying that it's girls versus boys or women versus males. It's just recognizing that the global water crisis affects all of us, but we are affected disproportionately, especially women and girls. So this year, the campaign is built on where water flows, equality grows. It's kind of, you know, catchy to remember. So that's what we're focusing on this year. We're looking at the roles that women play in water management. We're looking at, you know, when we stand side by side, as opposed to being divided, we make better progress. We have better sustainability. We're looking at highlighting the roles that women play in water management, in homes, especially the kind that I'm used to growing up with my grandparents. You know, the mothers stay at home, they take care of the household, everything related to the household. It's not this, it's the same globally, just more that, you know, in certain cultures, it's the women who are the leaders. When you come home, you have one bucket of water to use. You can't leave the water running. When you're brushing your teeth, turn off the water. We're looking at the water bill, yes, but we're also looking at the sustainability of the resource.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't think you think, when you think of water, you don't think about
gender
inequalities.
Yeah.
In what way are women affected more when it comes to the equality of the water resource?
Globally, we recognize that there are cases where women and girls don't get opportunity to go to school. They can't work. And it's related to water management. You know, access to water, it means health, it means time, it means opportunity, it means having a voice. In our little Belize, we still have some issues with that. Mainly if you visit certain parts of the country, you will see that there are still standpipes. I think in Belize City, we still do have, you know, a couple standpipes here or there, but it means that we don't have complete access to water coverage running inside our homes. Some children miss school because by the time they go to another village to get the water and get back, the bus has gone, left you. Your transportation has gone. So, you know, how am I going to get to school? So they are disproportionately advantaged in terms of the males. If you're in a rural environment and you don't have water and you're a construction worker, you're trying to mix cement to build a structure or anything. You know, I don't have water, so I don't have a job. I can't, you know, bring food home. I'm being disadvantaged. So that's why I said in the beginning, it's not about male versus female. It's where we're all disproportionately affected by having water access, and how we stand together, women alongside men. It's not men above women or women above men. It's how we stand together as a team and we advance water management.
Right. And I don't think we think of water as this finite resource. We think like it's always going to be there. We look at the seas and the oceans and we're like, lot of water there. What are some of the small things that people can do at home to ensure that, because when you think of big corporations or big companies and the way they utilize water, that is one thing, completely different because, they use a lot of water, they pollute a lot of water. But in terms of you at home, and it's a small footprint, but what can you do?
Well, I am glad that you said it's a small footprint, but imagine if you have many small footprints, what's the size of the impact? So growing up, I could always remember my mom or my grandmother saying, stop waste the water. So it's the same thing. When you're brushing your teeth, have a glass, as opposed to leave the sink running. When you're in the shower, I know we love hot showers, especially when it's cold, and then we like the cold showers on hot days, but we have to balance that with the fact that behind in your head, it's like we don't have more water, we can't create more. We have to use what is already here. Right. And if we start using more and you have glaciers melting, which was the theme last year, you start to heat up the atmosphere, then we run into things like floods. Some places have floods, some have droughts, and then we remember the 2019 event. I don't think we want that to be repeated in terms of the situation where everything that I spoke to you about was affected. Health, the ability to go to school, we didn't have access to water, you had reduced food security. So it's just showing us in a cycle what you do from one sector impacts everything else. So we're trying to, close that in and say, the little things that you do, the small things that you do, they do add up when there's 100,000 people doing the same thing. Yeah. So we want to kind of curb that behavior, but not penalty-wise. It's just to improve your data, improve your knowledge of, why I should do this versus why I should not.
And while we're on the topic now of the small footprints and zoning in on households, I want to take it a bit further in terms of farming. And we know that chemicals and watershed that occurs into our rivers and our streams. How can people be more aware of how to properly manage water in that instance?
Okay, so we do have sister agencies, which are a part of the World Water Day Committee because it's not just the hydrology service. We have partners such as the National Climate Change Office, which speaks about climate adaptation. We speak about mitigation, and what you're referring to is actually mitigation. Okay. We want to make sure that what we're doing does not affect the environment because you're not just affecting yourself, you're affecting an entire country. We have the Department of the Environment, who is no stranger to the media. They're always on there, hammering it to us with good purpose and shared purpose that we need to take care of our environment. It's the only one that we have. We can't snap our fingers or be like in the Little Wizard of Oz, you click your heels 3 times and we get a brand new environment and we start over. Right. We don't have that reality or potentiality at all. So we do partner with other agencies that form a part of the World Water Day Committee to, advance the message. It's not just myopic. It has to be a broader sense of, commitment and shared responsibility.
Definitely. So I want to now zone into you, Shania. In terms of how we are celebrating World Water Day, what are we doing?
So we're doing a lot. So the official date is March 22nd, but we're starting from March. Actually, we've already started with some competitions. So, for example, we have the I'm a Water Hero collage contest, and we've already posted that on the NHS Facebook page, and then you can see more information there. But it's basically you as a person, individual, showing how you are a water hero in your community with different pictures and following the guidelines that are there, emailing it to the National Hydrology Service. And you could tell them the email.
It's info@nhs.gov.bz.
Okay, so you'll email it to them, then they will post it on their Facebook page, and it's about how many reactions or likes you get within the week after they post it. And then, of course, we also have the Water Hero Award, which is for organizations and different maybe companies who are also water heroes in their communities. And so the announcement for the World Water Collage will be, it closes, on February 26th. And then the one for the Water Hero Award the nominations close on February 27th.
Oh, so you literally have like 6 or 7 days, 10 days, 9 days or so.
Yeah. And it's by 5 p.m.
Oh, okay.
That's the cutoff time.
I'm happy that you said that because people want to try 11:59 p.m. and no, 5 p.m. end of work day.
And then, of course, after that, so we also want to engage young people. And we're doing that March 17th with a debate. And during this debate, what they're going to be doing is actually debating over policy and whether it's gender inclusive. So we'll have them who are for and say, yes, the policy is already gender inclusive, this is how. And some who are saying it's not gender inclusive enough and this is how we can present solutions. And those solutions will be given to the hydrological service in the form of a document, and they can use it as their version of like a youth advisory opinion for themselves. Great. And so after that, we have, of course, the open fair where there's different booths and different showcases and different announcements. And
this is happening what day?
This is happening March 18th in San Ignacio at the San Ignacio Resort.
Okay.
So it's a big... like a month full of activities, basically. Literally a month, yeah. So I think when we talk about water, and I think a thing that we don't, I don't know if it's how to phrase this question or if you guys are looking at this particular issue, but I think in 2026, we're looking at water usage and we have a lot of artificial intelligence, that's being used, and we always hear about the way AI sucks up the water from the planet, especially with the tongues where these giant servers are in and the amount of water they use. Is this a topic that's being discussed among these organizations globally?
I don't think it's a current conversation, but it's definitely one that's up and coming. We have heard about seeding. Cloud seeding. Right. And this has been happening for decades, where you introduce dry ice into the atmosphere with the water droplets. The more water droplets you have, the heavier the formation becomes the cloud, and then eventually when it can't hold it anymore, it rains. Okay. So basically the cloud seeding is that if you are noticing the clouds are too high and you need the rainfall where you are, you introduce dry ice into the atmosphere, then it rains where you are, and it doesn't go where it normally should go. So I don't think it's like a taboo topic. I think it's just one that will eventually make its way on the global scheme of discussing as another form of water insecurity. I know we love AI, but we need to be careful about the sustainability of the technologies that we're using. We mentioned that it takes about 15 gallons of water to make a steak. If you're starting to look at your footprint of how much a phone, and the more high-tech the phone is, the more water that it uses. If you become really water conscious, you might decide that, a flip phone is what I want my footprint to be, like an iPhone, 16, 17, where not, I lose track of these things. I just want the phone to work. Yeah. I can call, you can hear me, I can get my work done. I'm not into all the technologies and, filters and stuff on the phone. I'm not that type of person. So when I look at things like that, I'm, looking at how much water I'm actually holding in my hand. Yeah. If it's, better used, but it's, a personal thing as well.
I never really made that link.
Right, we don't think about how much water technology uses, as we advance technology, and we don't think about how much water is, or pollution in like fast fashion and these types of things. We just buy clothes, and we don't think that every time you manufacture something, the amount of water it uses and the amount of pollution it creates. And we are not conscious of these things, so we just keep doing it. Yeah. Wow. So I'm glad we can have this conversation.
Mind blown. But Shania, I want to get back to you. In terms of the World Water Day, these competitions that are currently happening, they're solely with the National Climate Change office, no?
No, so it's all of us as a committee, but it's primarily focused from the National Hydrological Service. So you could find all the information on their Facebook page or on the DOE website or on the NHS's website as well. And so we have a committee that we're just 2 people from the committee,
out of
11.
Okay.
And so our committee members include, for example, the National Hydrological Service, the National Climate Change Office, the Department of Environment. We also have the Ministry of Rural Transformation. We have the University of Belize, the Ministry of Health. We have... It's a long list. The Sustainable Development Unit, RW Water Solutions. We have BWS, the Belize Water Service. And then, of course, Protected Areas Conservation Trust.
Okay.
Hydro Belize.
Hydro Belize, yes.
Okay. So definitely the committee is making sure that we celebrate. We have this whole month of activities with us going.
Yeah, what we try to do with the committee is for it to be inclusive.
Yeah.
Integrated water resources management, that's what it really takes. And so it's not a one agency job. So we try to pull together all the actors, both government, statutory bodies, private actors, come together and we plan this as a committee because it's not just looking at what we want to focus on, but our goal is to spread information, to increase your knowledge, and to effectively change your habits if they're bad.
For sure. I think I remember last year, BWS hosted this big water conference, if I'm not mistaken. And one of the things that came out, and the reason why they decided to host it is because in the region, Belize is one of those countries where that has almost all its areas with access to water. And I think looking at that, and we look at people who still don't have access to water here in Belize, but then in other countries in this region, it's even less. A lot of these countries, they don't know when they'll have water, what time periods they'll have water. And I think that when we think about that too, that's another way that we could probably change our habits because one, you don't want to end up in that type of situation. And two, I think you have to be more appreciative of the water that we have here in Belize or the access that we have here in Belize. In terms of the fair, the open fair that you mentioned, what are some of the booths that will be present and how do you engage, especially young people, children, for them to be more conscious of these things? Children who, they don't think about this, then turn on the sink and water the pour.
And then they play who's all day.
I think we all have that stage where they play outside at the water and have no care in the world. I always say you're ignorant to a lot of things until you get into the sector. But in terms of the open day fair at the San Ignacio Resort Hotel, we cater to primary school, we cater to secondary school. It's dual. We often say the children are the eyes and the ears, they become the teachers. You know, when you go home to your parents, you say, teacher say.
Yeah.
Teacher say, or this one say. So that's what we're trying to foster in them from a very young age. At high school now, we're looking for people, you know, you're not too sure where you want to go. You know, everybody's doing business admin, everybody's doing climate change, everybody's doing this, they're doing that. You're not quite sure where you are. And from my experience, I started out in business and then I transitioned to science. And I'm not sorry that I made that mistake of starting in business. It has its value, but I enjoy the science more. So we want to pique that interest, you know, try to help you to make a focused decision on doing something that you love versus something that you like. So we use that as an opportunity for high school students to be exposed to something else. The other day we were in Orange Walk on a regular visit, and a little girl was at the taco stand and she saw the logo on my shirt, she saw it on the truck, and she's like trying to pronounce the word hydrological, so you're not alone. And she's like, what is that? But I could see in her eye, like, you know, this is something new. I've never heard about this. And so it gave you that extra oomph to like say, okay, yes, we're doing something right. Somebody's interested. So that's the whole point of the fair. We want to expose you. You want to get interested. We will have booths from all the other committee members, you know, showcasing what they do. The Ministry of Health, you know, we turn on the top. What does Ministry of Health do? They make sure that BWS is adhering to the standards, that you know you don't have anything wrong in your water, and they do a very good job at that. We look at the National Climate Change Office. They help us in terms of the policies, make sure you are adapting right, you're mitigating right. So we use all our partners, all of the legislative mandates that we have, and we try to promote it as a group so that we're showing to the populace it's not just a one agency thing, it's all of our thing.
Definitely, definitely. All right, and so we have this open day, we have all of that, the competitions happening as well, and the March 22nd is the actual water
Yes.
day, right? Are we doing anything for that?
We had originally planned to do it on March 22nd, but we know that there are some commitments that our ministers have in terms of the budget debate, etc. And they really wanted to be a part of the event. And so we just said, well, you know, there's no harm in moving it up. It's the same week, it's the same month. Just that we try to have it on the actual day, but sometimes that doesn't work because it's on a Saturday or a Sunday. So it's no different in trying to move it up. But we want to foster inclusivity. Where we can adjust, we adjust.
All right.
Right. And so on March 22nd, people at home, make sure if no other day for the month, you sustainably use your water on that day, and then hopefully your practices carry through. You have celebrated at home.
I have to laugh because sometimes I shock myself with the amount of water that I can use. A gallon of water for a whole bath, guys. Like literally the gallon bottle them. Yes, when no water there at my house, gallon water right tonight. So people that weigh 5, 10, 15 gallons, they just stay underneath the shower just to pour.
Yeah, no, I'm guilty of like, when you have a long day and then you turn on the hot water and I'm just like, okay. Yes, I'm guilty. But we have to be more mindful for sure.
As we're coming to the close of this conversation, any final words from any of you?
I would like to thank our sponsors.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have a few. So we have Atlantic Bank, we have Aquafina Benke, I have it on a list, Belize Formulators Limited, the Department of the Environment, Hydro Belize Limited, the Angeles Press Limited, the Lodge at Jaguar Reef, and of course, UNICEF. Thank you so much for your support and for making this happen.
All right.
All right. And so just want us to be cognizant of our footprint in every single way. Water management is not by what we do, what we did yesterday. It's about what we're doing today and going forward. So we are the managers of our environment, so we need to be better leaders.
Aaron, that's a beautiful way to end off the conversation. Thank you guys so much again for joining us. Again, guys, if you want more information, go visit the National Hydrological Services Facebook page in order to find out more about the competitions about what they're doing, all the events for this entire month that we're celebrating World Water Day. Again, March 22nd. I don't know, wear blue, I don't know, do something. Preserve water. Specifically, carry on those good practices as you venture forward, because our water is not infinite, it is finite. So we don't want to be wasting water where we shouldn't. So yes, guys, with that, we go to our next commercial break, and when we are back, we're going to be wrapping up today's show. Stay tuned.
In the heart of Belize, a battle is being waged, not with weapons, but with choices. When waste is disposed of in unauthorized locations, in our forests, drains, and waterways, along our highways, and in vacant lots, this is illegal dumping. The consequences reach far beyond what we see. Toxic chemicals seep into our groundwater, threatening our drinking water. Disease-carrying mosquitoes breed in abandoned tires, and wildlife mistake our waste for food. For over a decade, the Department of Environment has worked tirelessly to clean up these sites. But they can't do it alone. They need your help. And now, taking action is easier than ever. Download the ArcGIS Survey 123 app to your phone. You can report illegal dump sites. The app records the location, allows you to add photos. Simply open the app, allow location access, fill in basic details about the site, add a photo, and submit. Your report helps us protect our communities and natural resources. Every report matters. Every action counts. stand proud in protecting our nation. Our Belize, our responsibility. Bini.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, texts, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio, 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coast.
This morning, the 2023 in the...
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Cherie Culfil, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Adura Craft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Welcome back, Sunup family. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. We started off with our very loaded couch talk, and you can see the updates for a lot of those stories. Tonight in the newscast, we then had a conversation with the University of Belize as well as the Ministry of E-Governance about their digital literacy program. Again, in this age, as we're moving on, digital literacy is something pretty important, especially in the Ministry of E-Governance is definitely trying to digitalize a lot of the services that we use. As you heard, the national ID is also coming up. So if you want to train others or be trained, you can contact them to find out more information. And then we just left off our discussion talking about World Water Day. And you can, again, go on their Facebook page to find out what competitions there are, how you can get involved, and how you can be more mindful about your water usage. So 2 very interesting and important conversations, very relevant, again, to today, to what's happening right now in the world.
I like that we had an easy day so we could just ease off, coordinate into her vacation, a well-deserved vacation. Again, I'm so jealous, but she leaves.
Just like, we have vacation when I come back.
Anyways, but no, you going to Brazil, like, you don't hear a lot of people saying things like that. But what are you looking forward to in Brazil? Like, besides the concert, of course.
Yeah, besides the concert, for sure. I'm looking forward to the beach. You always see the most beautiful beach pictures from Brazil.
Sure.
And then that Brazilian sunrise. People always talk about that Brazilian sunrise. So I'm definitely hoping to see a sunrise. I will be waking up early and sending in one for the show, hopefully. I'm hoping or I'm trying to see if I'll be able to do a run because I've done a run in Washington, in Florida, and Tokyo. I've done 2 in Tokyo.
That's the one where you get lost. Got it.
Yes, I did get lost. So I'm hoping that I could find time to do a run in Brazil as well, just to add to my list of cities that I've run, probably in Rio. So yeah, I'm going to Sao Paulo first. That's where the concert is happening. I think I'm looking forward more to Rio though. You know, I'm going to see the Christ the Redeemer statue, which is like one of the
highlights,
wonders of the world. Yeah. Again, we're going to the beach. We're going to that staircase that you saw in that one
colorful
music video.
Beautiful.
Right. So we're going to that staircase. So it's a lot of sightseeing.
How long will you be in Rio?
I think it's like 3 days in Sao, 3 days in Rio.
Okay.
So it's not a lot. So it's a jam-packed itinerary we have. We'll be out up at 4 o'clock, just out. 20,000 steps a day.
She has become such a runner, like really.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited for you. And in Sao Paulo, I just looked it up. It's not necessarily on the beach, but it's close to.
Yeah.
So it's still a little drive there, but yes, your Rio trip.
Right. So Sao Paulo is mainly for the concert, like I said. Bad Bunny, baby.
Looking forward to any foods, any drinks, any
we're definitely looking forward to the Brazilian street food. I've heard great things. I hope, I can get knock on wood.
Carry your meds,
We
gal.
have meds. We do have meds. And so, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to trying street food and the Brazilian drinks, for sure. The ones on the beach.
And music, take any dance classes. Because I understand that they offer a lot of free classes as well for tourists.
If we could find time.
Like my samba, could you imagine Courtney come back to samba? I think we should have played samba. They let go off of this show right now, and we get up and just
Well, I'll be back on the show like the day I come back, I think, or the day I come back to work. I think I have a
Sunup.
Yeah, like Thursday and Friday I have Sunup because I'm coming back. My last day is Wednesday. Next week Wednesday is my last day of vacation. I come back to Thursday and I have Sunup. Thursday and Friday. So you guys can play samba and I'll see what I can do.
All right. We'll hold on to that, guys. We'll hold on to that because that's my last day, the Thursday.
So
there we go.
I'm coming back and you're leaving. So we're summing together.
Tag team.
Hey.
But yes, guys, yes, we take off the 11 minutes. We're literally at 2 minutes at this point. But as we're wrapping up today's show, you have any final words for them?
Well, it's been a pleasure hosting the show for the past 2 weeks, like with Renata on vacation and such. And I will be sending in sunrise pictures for you guys to see.
No, make no promises for the people who can't question.
No, I will.
Because Renata said the same thing and I don't say nothing yet. Oh, you sent one? All right, good.
I know I have to see that sunrise at least once for sure. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being so welcoming and kind. And lately I've been getting a lot of kind compliments. I'm very appreciative of that, both in the work I do on Sunup and the work I do in the news. Very appreciative of all the nice comments. And I will see you guys when I come back.
And this is, yes, another to those compliments to say, somebody only watch when you they are because you bring the beef constantly.
I'm trying. Today I'm like a lean medium rare.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Yeah. We appreciate that. I tried charring the thing a bit, but no. That's it. But you guys, as I now say, if you go do anything out there today, make it make sense. That's it. But we'll see you back here tomorrow for another Wentabulous Wednesday with...
Oh, and happy Chinese New Year's.
Yes,
again.
Yes.
Wear red. Don't wash your hair. Don't sweep your house. Don't do laundry because you're washing away your good fortune. So you have to be dirty. That's what I mean. No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So don't clean. Wear red.
Don't wash my hair tonight. Got it.
And have a good year of the horse.
Yes. Yes, guys. So, yes, join you back here tomorrow, Wednesday. We'll see you. Love you. Bye.
Place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes up,